Hi guys, I'm Mariah. I run Mystic Deviation at Tumblr.com and tarot discussions at Blogspot.com. Today I'm kind of going to do another tarot review, except this time on some books that I own. I'm going to keep this one to just one author. I'm going to kind of do that with every book review as well, just so that you guys can get a kind of a clue of what I feel about the books that I own of theirs. So we're going to start with Adana Washington. I may have pronounced your name wrong. If I did, please comment down below and let me know. This is one of my favorite Tumblr tarot Tumblrs. I don't know how to explain it. Hellbound Witch, which I'll link down below, and Oak Moss and Cardamom and Queen of Chalices are three of my favorite tarot blogs. They have a lot of information. They are very into the spreads, to making spreads, to discussing tarot, to discussing tarot decks. It's one of the reasons I actually got into tarot. So I kind of just want to talk about right now Adana. I'm going to try and not say your name too many times if I'm saying it wrong. But she has a couple of books that I have. She has more, which I'll link to her Sellify, and to her personal website and to her Tumblr down below. So we're just going to kind of discuss some of the books. The three that I'm going to talk about are Tarot in Real Life, The Three of Swords Ain't That Bad, and Other Thoughts of the Bad Cards in Tarot, and Energetic Seduction. I got Energetic Seduction before it cost money, so I'm really excited that I did get that book for a very discounted rate, which is free. So that was the first book that I'm going to talk about, just because it has a little less to do with tarot and more about sex magic. One of the reasons I follow her on Tumblr is because she is so articulate. Her words flow fluently. She definitely has an understanding and grasp of the English language and furthermore of tarot. She relates most of her stuff back to tarot. You'll notice kind of all of her discussions on her blog and that everything that she posts on Tumblr all go back to tarot. One of the reasons I got Energetic Seduction was because I liked it so much. I enjoyed her writing, and I enjoy the theory and manifestation of magic, so I kind of really wanted to see her point of view on it. If magic or witchcraft or those types of things are something you're interested in, I would definitely recommend this book. It is kind of short, but she definitely knows how to articulate herself and to articulate what she's trying to get through. You're definitely not going to get confused halfway through. I think that all of her methods are really easy to implement, and I feel like she definitely tries to communicate in a way that everyone can understand, and she's not going to sell you things. So those are one of the things that I really enjoy. I don't like when blogs or people who write try to sell you something within it. This is all about manifesting your own energy and projecting that forward. She talks about chakras. She talks about the sacral chakra mostly. It's definitely something I would pick up if you've ever thought that this type of sex magic would be something you're interested in. And that's kind of all I have to say about it without giving away too much more information. It's definitely a good book, but it isn't all of that tarot related. She just kind of relates the tarot cards to it. So if there's some tarot cards that you're interested in, I would definitely read all of her books, but definitely this one if you're more interested in relating tarot back to magic. So the second book I'm going to talk about is kind of a short book too, and it is called Tarot in Real Life. This is just very short pages. Kind of what she does is she puts like 2 cards per page and gives you really short descriptions and really short kind of understanding of magic based on someone who is in their 20s. I'm about to be 22 in a few weeks, so it's definitely something you can relate to if you're on the younger end of the spectrum. One of the things that I really like about this is that my favorite tarot blogger and I don't know if she's actually even considered a blogger. She has her own website. It's Bridget Esselmont. She does Biddy Tarot. I've mentioned her website in some of my other videos, not her herself. And she is one of the most fantastic writers in the entire world. She's one of the reasons that I understand tarot at the level that I understand tarot. Her materials are so helpful. And if you could get a hold of them, especially her free website where you can find almost all of the information you need on tarot, I would definitely recommend going there. One of the reasons I liked Adana's book was because it was that kind of easy to read and easy to understand without going into a whole lot of detail. She keeps things short and simple. For instance, let's go ahead and just pick a card. I'm going to do Justice because that's not a card I like very much. So she separates them. Each card is what's happening, what to do. So what's happening is karma, balance and fairness, getting what's deserved, or legal issues. What to do, watch your own actions, take responsibility, be fair and unbiased, or get a lawyer. So some of the things that I really like about her cards is she keeps it simple, she keeps it sweet, but she keeps it to where you can understand if they're coming out in outcome cards. Like, some of the issue of when an outcome card comes out, you don't understand what its meaning is truly to the reading, which is one of the reasons I would just recommend buying a spread book. In my opinion, I think that those help a lot with understanding the outcome cards. Even if you have books like this, it really, really helps to have so much information so that you can back up everything that you're saying and you have an understanding of the tarot cards and meanings in their spread and in the situation, or if you're just doing a free for all. So I definitely liked that book. It was one of the better books. Some of the other cards that aren't major arcana we'll do the Five of Wands. So what's happening is a competition, a debate, bickering among friends, brainstorming ideas, what to do, listen to everyone's output, speak your mind, pick your battles, find a way to stand out. So it's definitely a good book for beginners. I don't have a lot of books that I would recommend for beginners just because I feel like you can find all of the information you need on the internet for free. So purchasing a book to me seems a little silly. So I mean, it's just so I don't recommend a whole lot of books, but for the price that this ebook is, for all of the information included, I would definitely recommend that any beginner tarot reader who's interested in learning about the tarot cards and understanding it in correlation to themselves and their lives, especially if you're under 30, I definitely would recommend tarot in real life. I think that that's really all I have to say about it. It's really fantastic. I think that you will really enjoy it. And the way she introduces everything beforehand, she kind of talks about why she wrote the book, which I really enjoy. I really enjoy when authors are honest and upfront and discuss what kind of brought them to where they're at. So finally, the last book I bought, and I bought it about a day ago, is called The Three of Swords Ain't That Bad, and Other Thoughts on the Bad Cards of Tarot. So when I first got into tarot, there were so many cards that I was told are bad. And I really didn't like that, because when I pull the Death card, which is one of the worst cards if you don't study tarot, is I would get this feeling that it should be bad, but I really didn't see all of the bad in it. So one of the things that she discusses in this book is understanding what the card means to your current situation and how it really isn't all that bad. Like I said, I'm going to just simply talk about a card and kind of read you some information that she has in hers, and so that you could get an understanding of what to expect from her deck. So this deck or this book showcases the photographs from her deck, the Adana Arcanum. I cannot pronounce it. I couldn't before, but now I can't. But I'll link that below. She shows photographs of her cards for these versions, so I like that as well. It does actually have images. So I'm going to talk about the Death card, ironically. So when it comes to the traditional tarot card, death is metaphorical. It signifies the ending of something in order for the beginning or another thing to happen. It talks about shedding old patterns, and clearing space for new things to flourish in your life. Well, in my version of death, the woman is changing clothes. And the first step to changing clothes is to take off the clothes you're already wearing. It's how we all change clothes, normally anyway. But the scary part of changing is not necessarily the process of getting rid of the old stuff, but the vulnerability of not having it at all. When we change, we take off the old things. And when we're naked underneath, we're open and exposed. And that can be nerve-wracking, to say the least. It's not until we get some new clothes that we feel safe. Even if those new clothes feel awkward or too tight, it's better than having no clothes at all. But what weeds are what weeds are shocking the life out of my seedlings? What dead things do I need to get rid of so that what I have planted can grow and flourish? So definitely, I really think that her understanding of the cards and using them, especially for her deck, if you've got her Adana Arcanum, I cannot pronounce that word. I'm sorry that I cannot. Then this book is definitely going to be one of the better companion texts for the deck. I think it's going to be as close as you can get to a companion text for a direct companion text for the book. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks I will have the deck so that I can review it. But these are kind of what I think about her decks. The book I would recommend out of the ones that I've read so far the most is the Three of Swords Ain't So Bad. It is fantastic. Her understanding of tarot, her understanding of her deck, is in particular in correlation with these cards, is so fantastic. It can be used with any deck that you have. It definitely helped me with mine. So yeah, I'm gonna have links all below to her websites, to her Tumblr. Give her a shout out, buy her books. Links will be below to purchase all of her books. And that would be it. So hopefully, if you guys haven't already, I'll link below all of the other reviews that I've done. Check them out. Send some feedback. Tell me what you think. And until then, I'll see you guys later.